Hello, welcome to another episode of Black Guy 73. I am Black Guy 73. Today I want to talk about in my past that when I was younger. When I don't even think I was a teenager at the time, but I wanted to join the Nation of Islam. I was I seen I used to be a bit reader when I was younger, and I ran across one of Malcolm X's book. And I was so intrigued how these black people were standing up for each other and how I felt it was my calling to be part of the Nation of Islam. I didn't know anybody as a child. I didn't know anybody who was part of the nation, but I felt that was something I wanted to do. My first love actually was the Black Panthers. But by the time I was born and the Federation the federal agents had destroyed the Black Panthers. And when I was born also, Malcolm X had been assassinated by other nation members. But at the time I didn't know that. I'm from a small little town in Georgia. So when I found out about Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam and Muhammad, I was like, this is what I wanted to do. This is who I wanted to be. Be honest with you, I wanted to be Malcolm X. I wanted to be the second Malcolm X. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, I can do this. So when I was serving in the Navy. I was stationed up there in Norfolk, Virginia. And then the Nation of Islam had I don't know if it was a meeting, but it was at the Coliseum in Norfolk, Virginia. It was like around by 94. Around by 94. So myself and two other guys from my ship, we went there. And I seen all these black people in the audience. I was like, this is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I meant to be. I didn't see myself as the speaker. At the time, it was a younger version of Louis Farrakhan at the time. He was up there speaking. And Elijah Muhammad, he was older. He hadn't passed away yet. He was there. People were there and they're praising that man. They're praising him. And just like in the movie, he was a very soft-spoken man. And another thing that when I found out he was from down south, so look at this southern dude making a change. It wasn't making a change nationwide, but within the black community who was a member of them, just like, I don't know, every word he said, it was like the eyes were wide open and listening, just feeding off his energy. I said, this is something I want, man. I'm saying, this is something I want. I ain't gonna lie to you. But you know what changed my mind? I was still a young man from joining the Nation of Islam. It was the movie Spike Lee made about Malcolm X. I know you let a movie define your choice. Yes, the movie. The movie made me change my mind about joining the Nation of Islam. Because the things they were saying about Malcolm, it was like, I totally agree. They're saying he was outspoken, that he think he better than everybody, and he wanted to be the leader and all that stuff. And they were jealous. Me, I'm very outspoken. and, and I don't think you would have to prove me wrong to have me saying, okay, you're right. And I think I could have been, I would have been, not could have been, I would have been a great, because when I focus on something and be committed to something, I'm committed 100%, people. I'm committed 100%. But after looking at that movie, and then that was the first. Then I did further research, and I found out the Nation of Islam is not what I thought it was gonna be when I was a younger child. I know every big organization, there's gonna be some jealousy and there's gonna be some envy. You're gonna have some people who think you're right outside of the darn larger picture. So when I seen that members of the Nation of Islam plotted to kill Malcolm X, I said, this is not for me. I said, because I'm not afraid to express I'm not afraid to speak. I see something wrong, I ain't scared to speak. And I couldn't be one of those silent soldiers just sitting there, or they telling me to go out there and sell stuff on the corner. I couldn't do that. I'm like, no, I'm not joining. I wouldn't want to join the nation just to be somebody's do boy. I didn't want to join the nation to be on the side of the road selling bean pies and selling newspaper. I wanted to join the nation because I said, this is brother and sisterhood right here. This is the life that I meant to be part of. What I thought. What I thought. Because the town I grew up in, it was mostly black. We had some Caucasian people, but it was, I know people. Everybody got along with them. I don't know why. It was just everybody got along. Black and white got along together. So white people or Caucasian people in our town, I never had a problem with them. I never experienced racism as a child, as a teen, none of that stuff. So I couldn't relate when people were saying, you know how y'all people down south used to get treated? Not in the town I grew up in. Not in the town I grew up in. We didn't get treated by, if we got treated bad by somebody, it was by other black people. That was it. You get treated by bad by white people. But somehow, as a child, no, it's no somehow. When I was a child, the first time I seen racism was on TV. It were Roots. I know. I told you I was from the South, from a small town. Before that time, it wasn't no doing cable, and we ain't had no internet and none of that stuff. So I seen Roots. And I seen how people of my shade and a little darker were being treated by Caucasian people. And then, like I told you, I used to read about the Black Panthers. How them people got together and created WIC. I know people like WIC. That's a government. No, Black Panther created that to help feed some of the people, especially women, If it help feed the women and take care of them during birth, help raise their family, providing for the families. So yeah. But then the next, like I said, Black Panthers got blew up by the damn federal government. So the next thing I seen was the Nation of Islam. Then when I seen what they did to Malcolm X, I said, damn, they get down like that. Cause I'm like, the Nation of Islam, I thought it wasn't people, the organization, they couldn't carry guns and they supposed to be about love and brotherhood. Kind of find out Malcolm X is the most high profile name, but other members of the Dawn Nation of Islam have been killed or been kicked out the group because they didn't follow in line. They didn't fall in line. Sorry. So throughout that time, I'm like, oh, I can't do it, man. I can't be part of no organization when I don't have my own voice. When I don't have a voice, I can speak. I didn't want to be part of the Nation of Islam. I can't. Listen, I didn't grow up to be ruled by people who's supposed to be my peers. I went to the Navy. When I got to the Navy, I said, no, I don't want to be somebody's do boy. No, well, I'm not a member of no organization. And then just to find out just a few years later that my family on my father's side, the Littles, it actually family took Malcolm X. So I'm like, what? So I called my daddy. Well, I called my sister. Then we talked to my daddy. He said, yeah, his daddy, they were from a place called Montezuma. Montezuma is a little small town. I think it's in Taylor County, or is it in I think, but Buena Vista, Georgia. It wasn't a little small town. But the story is that the reason his father moved to, I think it was Nebraska at the time. I think not Nebraska at the time, but the reason his father moved to Nebraska, because his daddy, our cousin, he also was taught by Marcus Garvey. Y'all don't know. Marcus Garvey was a revolutionary from Jamaica who wanted to get all Black people together and go back to Africa. Marcus Garvey about love Black people. Don't be afraid. So his daddy, Malcolm X's daddy, was a preacher down here in Montezuma, Georgia. And he was preaching about don't be afraid of the white man and all that kind of stuff. The reason he moved to Nebraska, I think it was Nebraska or Missouri, it was one of the two. But the reason he moved there, because a group of white people called the Ku Klux Klan had threatened to burn down his church and kill his family. So he moved to the Midwest. My family history is on my daddy's side. And what the crazy part on my daddy's side, they don't talk about it. It seemed like they didn't embrace it. Like they were afraid to say they was a kin of Malcolm X or Malcolm Little. And they were afraid to say they was a kin of Malcolm, talk about Malcolm Daddy and talk about the connection between Marcus Garvey and Malcolm Daddy. Now they were afraid to talk about that junk. When I found out about it, I said it louder. I said it loud. I'm not afraid to tell them. But the thing is, I said, I found out about that. That sealed the deal. That my distant cousin, who was Malcolm X, and they were assassinated by the Nation of Islam. I didn't want no part of it. I didn't want any part of it because you shouldn't be. They killed the man in New York from a branch in New Jersey. Yeah, this is a documentary. It's a documentary just released about 2 or 3 years ago. But this guy, he was so-called going and he was asking questions in New York and New Jersey, like what happened. And they were saying this branch in New Jersey was basically recruited by Louis Farrakhan. And Louis Farrakhan admitted one time, he said, I ain't have anything to do with Malcolm's death, but maybe some of the words that I said might contribute to his death. Yeah, I know. But when I heard that and read that, I didn't know I was family members to Malcolm. I didn't know. I just knew as a youngster that the Nation of Islam intrigued me. It was something that like I said before, yes, that's what I want. That's what I need in my life. This is the type of brotherhood and father figures that I want in my life. Turned out, I'm glad I ain't even joined the Nation of Islam. Because all turned to jealousy, fear, money. Malcolm, according to historians, Malcolm was killed because he exposed that Elijah Muhammad was a pedophile, that he had sexual relations with young teenagers and had children about him, children by him. But they couldn't claim him as the father. But the secret is that other members of the Nation of Islam knew that he had got a teenage girl pregnant. And they ain't said nothing about it. But Malcolm said something about it. Malcolm was looked at by the Nation of Islam as a coon for speaking up. Yeah. That Nation of Islam was looking at Malcolm as a coon. As like these favorite words right here, when a black person have their own mind and want to speak for their own self, they get called a coon or a nigger or a damn whatever stupid name they call because a black person want to speak up for themselves. They call Malcolm X the same darn name. The same person that these people be Lord Quone to the black woman is the most disrespected person in the United States or in the world. They love quoting, but I don't want to learn nothing about him. Yeah, I'm not afraid to say it. Malcolm Little X is my cousin. That's the reason why I didn't join the Nation of Islam. I know that video ain't gonna get that many views. I don't care. It's just something I wanted to talk about. My family member know. I'm gonna speak my mind. So I can put myself at risk. None of that stuff. Hey, thank you for watching the video. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me. Just listening to me. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the share button, and hit the like button. Till next time, I'll talk to you all later. Drink your water, people.